Hello and welcome to the Streamcast. Today we'll be discussing the Marvel's Avengers Beta game. And of course, like, subscribe and share. We put out a lot of content. Check us out on all our channels as well. On Instagram, Twitter, we have a website, we're on Twitch as well. But make sure you do that after the video. So let's get into it. One of the best franchises, or best games to come out of the PlayStation franchise, which is Marvel SpiderMan. The whole team's played, everyone enjoys it, it's such a lovable game, and I think this is where the new Marvel game got its inspiration from. When you play it, it feels kind of fun. First of all, I played it on normal mode just to get that out there. So I think it's supposed to be just like a fun, easygoing game, defeat hordes of enemies. Not too mentally taxing. I'm assuming the harder it gets, the less probably save points and the less accessibility to kind of health, as well as obviously increased difficulty of AI. But it was quite fun. So the game, the beta sets you off at the bridge. If you've played at any convention, I think most of us would have been familiar with that. And I was worried. So I thought, oh, I've really done this, but I'll do it again. Which is a good introduction actually to playing all the characters. And I think this is a good point to go into kind of my favourites in terms of characters and ones I least like. Now, after watching a few films, and I've had to go back and watch through the Avengers films because I grew up on the 90s cartoons. I'm not an Iron Man fan in terms of the 90s show, but I really enjoy him as a character in the Avengers, and it took me a while to get into it, but I think by Iron Man 3 I was like, yeah, this guy's the guy. However, do not like him in this game, and I'll give you a reason why. This is why he's my personal worst character, but I think some people will love him. I hate games where you have to fly and shoot. Like, I'm a terrible shooter anyway, generally, but so if you've ever played any of the early like Crash Bandicoot games, you know there's this weird plane level where you have to go around shooting stuff and you've got to fly and kind of. I hate those games. I hate it so much. Yeah, I do it because I have to, and for me that's what Iron Man felt like. It felt like a part of the gameplay I had to do because I had to. For me, next was Miss Marvel. So the beauty of this game is we got to play her. We'll go into that later on as how, because she wasn't actually on the bridge. I just couldn't get with it, the whole stretchy thing. But I did enjoy the double jump and how they incorporated. But yeah, it wasn't the vibes. Thor was okay, but I'm going to put Thor above Captain America. Captain America was fun, I did enjoy it, but I could see him getting boring very quickly. And this is why I feel like Thor is above him in terms of characters. I feel like the use of the hammer is quite fun. You can tell where they got their inspiration from, and yeah, it makes for good gameplay, as does, I can't believe I'm saying this, Black Widow. So when I pick fighters, I like people who can move quite quickly, and out of all of them, she's quite agile. What I did find was the use of weapons quite interesting, so the mixture between a gun. I said I hate guns, I'm not a great shooter, but I managed to get to grasp with using her. How quickly she can move across the field, her abilities to dodge and stuff just felt a lot smoother than a lot of the other characters. And the array of weapons that she had, a double sword thing, that light thing, and the battle with Taskmaster was quite fun and a nice introduction to her. But I think that my favourite character, and probably the one I had the most time with, was of course the Hulk. Now, when I play, and I remember speaking to both Blackamora and Dr. Killscreen about this, I'm quite reckless, which is why I'm very tentative in playing action adventure games, because it's easier with platformers. I can be reckless, you know, with your Ratchet and Clanks and stuff, and just fire everywhere and just have fun. But when you playing, like, so I've been playing Kingdom Hearts recently, and obviously I will be replaying God of War. I've only played a little bit. It's about timing, moving, dodging, and I don't like that personally as a game. Sometimes you just want to pick up the pad and just play. I think Hulk gives us that opportunity that we don't get with some of the other characters, and the ability to just grab people, fling them around, smash things, even the jump, everything just he feels like one of the characters that was worked on the most. I get all the characters had incorporated something about the original, you know, Avengers team. Particularly I can see inspiration from the movie, but I really enjoyed using the Hulk. I really did.
Schematic. I think I can find my way to you.
On the fact of them being Tesco value Avengers, I think now away from the Marvel universe, I think they're designed quite well. I thought the voices were quite good. I know it's not who we're used to, but like I said, being away from, I think the timing's been good, and I think COVID has actually been good for this game, because the longer we've been away from the Avengers and the whole Disney release and being able to watch everything, giving us time to kind of be away from those characters. And being away, you can kind of reimagine them in different voices. And I think they're acted quite well in a short space of time. Of course, it's really short. You get to use the Hulk quite intensely, I would say, and the whole aim is literally fighting aim. You bounce between Hulk and Miss Marvel, and it's interesting using the two of them. I think the boss battle, the couple of boss battles that I did have with the Hulk were quite fun. It encouraged me to think outside the box. Normally, like I said, I like to go and smashing. Hulk has this thing where you can pick up basically anything from the ground, so just rocks and whatever, just dash huge chunks at enemies, which is quite useful. Or you can just go in and pummel and go fist to fist, which is also, quite fun. It was a good experience. And then you have Miss Marvel, which in this instance, she felt like a bit of an explorer, almost Indiana Jones-like, but I guess this is part of the story. I didn't enjoy using her for fights personally. I found it a bit awkward to use her, but it is what it is, I guess. I hope a lot of the characters we get decent amount of time with them, but no one's actually forced for prolonged usage. But again, I haven't played the full game, so we will see.
Still think Mr. Stark's here? I could head through the vents and take a look. Yeah, that works.
My hopes for, I guess, the game will be it's fun. I will be very interested in the multiplayer aspect of it. I would wonder if I doubt it's local, but I think we need more games that can incorporate local co-op and online co-op, and I guess even with COVID both. If you're stuck at your mum's, there's or your dad's, and there's two of you together, you and your sibling, you want to go online with two of your friends, it's something I would like to see more incorporated, and I feel like Avengers would be a great title for this. I haven't played any side missions. It was a very quick play. I think it was around 2 hours I played, for an hour and a half. So I haven't touched the side missions like that, but I've heard they're quite a slog, and I hope that improves. Because with the games we get is either get a very meaty story, and the side missions are a nice distraction, or you get a decent story, but you still get fun side missions. Me personally, I hope I don't have to use Iron Man that much. Again, that's a personal thing. I'm sure people just, why don't you want to use Iron Man? He's the best, which is cool, good for you. But now in this game, I feel like he's dead. So it's dead food. I don't know what you want me to say. He may be your GOAT, but yeah, in the universe, I can agree with you. In this game, for me, no, he's not saying it. But hopefully I don't have to use him or use any characters. Hopefully we get a decent amount of time using characters, very mission specific as well. Really get us to kind of level up our characters, get a better understanding of the characters we choose to use, and how we can use their abilities. And that's one of the things that haven't come out in this game, which I'm very interested to see. The thing for me that works well with SpiderMan was the limitation of any other character. You are playing a SpiderMan, it's an easy focus, but what changes is the enemies and the places you go. With this, there's 6 Avengers, and already we had an introduction where we're playing with them on the bridge. I can't really see us, I struggle to see how they balance using the 6 well, or well enough for everyone to feel like either they got enough time with their favourites, or they've played in a decent amount with everyone they wanted to. And I feel like this is probably one of those situations where they're just not going to be able to please everyone, which is a shame, because we all want to be happy. But it'd be interesting to see, and it'd be interesting to see how they navigate that. If it just comes in more DLCs where it's more character specific, if this is just the start of their own little, I guess, universe where we get to start playing offshoots games, so you get to use Thor going around the world, maybe introduce Guardians of the Galaxy. You start bringing in other elements like the of Marvel, like the X-Men and people like that. Maybe go out as Captain America, find the Winter Soldier. I'm saying you're going to find Captain America in this game. I'm saying he's not dead. I know they like to make a big deal out of these things, but he's still Marvel, so he probably isn't dead. But yeah, I hope the team grows, and you know, you can add extra characters, extra storylines, and the game just develops and becomes not just this one-off thing, but something we can play for a long, extended period of time. So that's my hope for the game. Whether it comes true or not, I don't know. You know, it's a tricky game. It's a tricky game to balance, but I would love to see them do it.